Mm. Hi, everyone. Hi, come on in, everyone.
Hi, Valerie.
Hi. Hi, hello. Hi, Katarina. Hi. Hi, Kara. Hi,
Hello.
Hi, everyone. Making tea. Okay, awesome. Sounds good. Make me a cup too while you're at it. I'm here in New York where we're getting torrential flooding. I'm trying to figure out if I'm supposed to see a play tonight. So I guess my friend's gonna let me know if it's canceled. Or if I can't get into the city. Right now it seems like New Jersey Transit is happening. So we have sea lions swimming around, right, Angela?
It's crazy. Oh
I
my
know.
God.
We had a sea lion get out of the New York because it's flooded, so much flooding.
That's so funny. Oh my
And
God.
where I had in Asbury Park, where I had a birthday lunch with my best friend last week, the restaurant, I just saw a picture. So the ocean's come over the boardwalk, and I saw someone like canoeing right by the restaurant where we sat out and we didn't sit out because it was raining last Saturday, but we had
Crazy.
yeah, we had lunch there looking at all that, and it's all now the water's come over and is that. Hi, Catherine. Hey.
Hey everyone.
Hi. Okay, cool. Well, I'm gonna keep an eye as people come in, and I want to talk a little bit today because Katerina brought it up, and I want to talk a little bit today about the 5 names and reaching out and that sort of thing, because I know for you guys that don't know how to do that, or don't understand how to do that, or how to find information or that sort of thing. Hopefully some of what I say can help you today with that. Okay. So we talk at Actors Fast Track about reaching out to people on a consistent basis. Now, don't worry so much about, oh, well, this person's information is hard to find, because we have found a lot of people. Like, in fact, Violetta, tell me a little bit about some of the people that you have reached out to. Who are some of the people that you have reached out to?
So I have made a database of over 1,000 people in the industry, and some of them are really big and some not. But some of the people I've reached out to have been J.J. Abrams, Gail Berman, Tim Burton. I'm trying to think. Dan Gore, Carmen Cuba, Sarah Finn, Sean Levy. There's a lot.
Yeah, you have reached out to a lot. So
Yeah.
you just, and so Violetta, how did you find those people's information? Share with us a little bit about that.
So I use IMDb Pro, I use Signal Boost and Rocket Reach, and I have found some of the contacts in very obscure ways too. I was yesterday or a few days ago, I was looking for a writer that I thought was going to be working on the new Munsters TV show. I emailed her, but yeah, I found her contact in a very obscure way. But I mostly use IMDb Pro. I look up the shows that I want to be on or the movies I want to be on, and I look for their contact information. And I will, sometimes their contact information is there, and sometimes it's not. I will go to their company and look at all the formats of the emails of the other people who work at that company. And I also use Signal Boost and Rocket Reach. An interesting thing about Signal Boost is you got 5 contact infos for a month and Rocket Reach for free. But with Signal Boost, you can add an extension to your Google Chrome. And if you find this person's LinkedIn, there's like this little reveal button that's how you give you their contact information. And I also just Googling also. So yeah, IMDb Pro, also production list and weekly sometimes are very helpful too. So yeah, I find them on IMDb Pro. If their contact information is not there, I will find someone who works at that company, email the other people who work there, and try to use the format of the other people's email address and try to send it to them, the person I was originally looking for first. So, and yeah, I have found some on like WikiLeaks and too, but and other obscure ways. But that's mostly IMDb Pro, a production list, and Rocket Reach, and Signal Boost. Signal Higher.
Okay. So awesome. Thank you for sharing that information. That is so helpful, Violetta. So one of the things that we talk about is don't worry when you're making the list of people that you want to reach out to, that how am I going to get in touch with them? Just make the list. And then understand that we also recommend that you do a standard operating procedure for what you do to look for a name. So Violetta just gave you her standard operating procedure. She goes to IMDb Pro, right? I just put it in the chat. She goes to Signal Boost, Rocket Reach, IMDb Pro. She looks at production list, production list or production weekly. One of whichever one you want to have a subscription to. One is less money than the other one. Google, she Googles their name, and she tries to find the format for how they, like if they have a company, if they have a production company, what's the format that other people use? So like, at my company, it's first name at actorsfasttrack.com. Some companies, it's first initial, last name at the company name, first name point dot last name at the company name. And generally, whatever format one person uses, the whole company uses. That's just how you set up emails for a company. Another thing that we suggest is maybe on this list of what you do to find someone's email address, you also just try emailing them at their first last name at gmail.com, first initial last name at gmail.com, first name dot last name at gmail.com, and see if any of those go through, because a lot of people have just a general their name at gmail.com as their email address. And one of the things that I recommend is when you go through that list, create a list for yourself. Go through the list. If you get through the end of the list and you are still not able to find someone's email address, move on to the next person on your list. Don't spend all day going down a rabbit hole, because I always tell this story. I had a list of people that I wanted to work with, people that I wanted to reach out to. Kathy Bates was on that list. This is years ago. Kathy Bates was on that list because she had begun directing things and I wanted to be directed by her. So she was on that list, and the only way, this is like even before IMDb Pro and really before emails were big. And so, we would back in the day, we would look people up in the phone book. It was crazy how many people I found in the phone book that actually had their address listed in the phone book. But, I couldn't find a way to get to Kathy Bates. So she was on my list. And then I was watching Charlie Rose. Well, for some reason, I knew that Charlie Rose was filmed like the day before it aired. I don't know how I knew that, but I knew that at the time. And so what I did was she was on Charlie Rose and she was talking about that she was in New York editing an episode of The Wire that she had directed. So I called HBO and I said, hey, my husband's an editor and we'd like to submit his tape to your company, to your editing company. Who does your editing? They gave me the name of the editing company. I looked up the address. I wrote a letter to her. I had my friend, look over it the same day. And then I had a courier. So back in the day, for you young ones, there was couriers like that we would hire to curry something, a person that would take something from an office to another office. I paid a courier, I think it was like 20 or 40 bucks to take my letter to where the editing was going on for The Wire. And she called me 5 minutes after getting my letter. Kathy Bates called me and we developed a friendship, and she gave me the name of her assistant, and I never got to work with her, but that's an example of letting someone sit on your list until the opportunity presents itself, right? But it's amazing, in this day and age, except for maybe Greta Gerwig right now, or Steven Spielberg. It's kind of hard to find those people's emails or contact information, but it's not hard to find someone that works under their information, right? And get your stuff to them. It's not that hard. So don't get overwhelmed when you make the list about how am I going to ever get to these people, right? So that's the first thing, and I'll take questions about that. But the other thing that I want to say is it's not about reaching out to someone one time. So I always do this demo, and I'll do it for you. So I had a client, and she was trying to get to Suzanne Ryan, the casting director, right? And this is literally how it went. So most marketing books will tell you that you need to put yourself in front of your customer a minimum of 15 times before they're even going to be aware of who you are and buy you. And the amount of stuff that we have coming at us on a daily basis is a proof in the pudding, because just the other day, I had an old client that had a movie airing in New York, and it was the day of that I saw her post. And I know her, I know she was posting ahead of time, but it just hadn't really come across my feed to be aware. If she'd texted me and gone after me personally and said, Valerie, I'm doing this thing, will you come and see it? I would have gone, but because I didn't see it till day of, I couldn't go, right? And so I had a client, she's this blue Post-it, and she was trying to get in front of Suzanne Ryan, the casting director, right? So this is what happened. She met Suzanne Ryan at a wine party, at a private party in someone's apartment. They had a good conversation, but here I am, I'm Suzanne Ryan, this is that. I don't really even see that, right? It's not in my peripheral. We had a nice conversation, but the minute I left there, I forgot. Right? And then she came and she met me at a casting workshop. And then she sent me a thank you note. And then she sent me a long letter. And then she sent me a postcard. And then she sent me another letter. And then she met me a year later again at the same wine party. And Suzanne was like, do I know you? So she had gotten all that, right? But then it was finally this. Well, Suzanne ended up casting her in her first role on television. But it took all of this to make that happen. So it's not about one outreach. It's about 15 outreaches. So one of the things that we talk about with our clients is at Actors Fast Track is knowing what the first 3 outreaches are going to be, and then outreaching once a month, right? So you are getting in their peripheral so they start to understand who you are, right? So the first outreach might be this pitch video that we've been talking about, this general pitch video, where you send them a pitch video, and it's the one that you send to everyone. Hi, I just want to take an opportunity to introduce myself to you. My name is, and this is what I've done, and this is what I'm known for. And I would love an opportunity to work with you in the future. Thank you for taking the time to watch this. And my stuff is like, attached below in this email. So you send that. And then what I recommend is a few days later, you send the I forgot email. So something else that you on purpose left out, whether it's a funny picture of you or another clip that you wanted to send them. So you send something 3 days later to them. And then the next week, you send something else to them about them, right? So once you start someone through the gauntlet of getting to know them, whether it's a casting director, producer, or writer, the first 3 should happen within like a month's time. So you're kind of like bum, bum, bum. You're hitting them 3 times to get them to know you. Okay. So having an idea of what those first 3 things are good. So a lot of times we're worried about like, well, I don't have anything to say because I haven't been doing anything, Valerie. It's been a strike. So one of the things that I recommend is when you decide you're going to send someone through the gauntlet of getting to know them, go to IMDb Pro, and on the upper right-hand corner, when you bring them up, there's a little button that says track. Start tracking your customers. So every time they take on a new project, you're going to get a notification. So then you have plenty of fodder about them that you can talk about. Oh, I saw this new project that you are getting ready to direct. How exciting. The log line seems fascinating. Congratulations. I look forward to working with you in the future. If it's a match to you, like if it's like Kara, if it's like about aliens, did you know, by the way, that I've played aliens because I'm really tall and I do that. And so I just thought you should know that, right? Then you want to make a connection to it. But it's also just something else because it's not about them immediately casting you. It's about you getting to know them and them getting to know you. Okay? So that's what this is all about. It's about, so when we plant a garden, we don't plant a garden and the next day we have tomatoes. We plant a garden and then we water it and we fertilize it. And then a week later, we might see a little green sprout come out, right? And we're like, oh, good, a green sprout, right? But then it takes a while. It takes a couple of months till we start to see fruit, bearing fruit, the plant bearing fruit, right? And so it's the same with you in your career. You're not going to like do a mailing and get a result. So I want you to be really clear about that. Also, think about this. We always used to say, now it's out of business, but we used to say, Bed Bath & Beyond sends a 20% off coupon every month. So first of all, when they send the coupon, you don't send them a thank you note. So a lot of you guys will say to me, well, I mailed, all these people emails and I didn't hear anything back. Okay, well, I don't respond to when I get a coupon every day. Thank you for the coupon. I'll use it when I need it. I don't do that. But when I need it, I go looking for it. So you are the coupon. You're sending them a coupon. You're sending them a coupon, a defined coupon, right? So I'm a tall chick that plays aliens. I'm this. I'm like, oh, I need, so like 6 months down the line, a year down the line, 2 years down the line, that director, producer, writer, casting director is like, I need a tall chick. What's that girl? What's that girl that always emails to me? So then they're in there and they're looking for you. They're looking for you, right? Because you've established yourself to them as something specific. Okay. So that's the first thing that I really wanted to talk about. Who has questions about that right now? Katarina, do you have a, oh, she's talking, but yeah. Okay. Yeah. Maggie, come on.
I just need the repeat the third step. You know, you do the pitch bit video, then the, oh, I forgot to mention.
And then something about them.
Something about, thank you.
Who else? Yes, Raquela.
Oh, hi, Valerie. I just wanted to ask you this. Would you recommend that I create some sort of like website, so that way they could like, let's say that I reach out to them and they're like, okay, who is this person, Raquela? So that way I could like maybe respond to her request, like if I decide to take them out for like a coffee or something to talk business. Like, would you recommend that, or
Would
like,
I recommend that what?
like I set up like some sort of website, like stating like who I am, so that way
Well,
because
first of
people
all,
would research.
Raquela, before a website,
Mhm.
your most important site is IMDb Pro.
Okay.
Because the first thing that they're going to do is they're going to look you up on IMDb Pro. Right? That's where they're going to look you up. So I would rather have you get that up and running before you get a website up and running. When you're doing reach outs, you all should have a signature line, right? You can set up a free signature line using Wise Stamp, W-I-S-E Stamp. Using Wise Stamp, you can set up a signature line, and in your signature line, you can put whatever you want. What I would recommend that you guys put is, you know, sincerely, Raquela, and then I would put a headshot and then a link to your IMDb Pro, your Spotlight, your Actors Access, your website, your reel, your social media. Let me show you one of my favorite signature lines real quick so you guys can see a really good one.
Thank you, Valerie.
Yeah, let me show you one that you'll see that I think is quite good. So you can see one that was set up. I think she actually ended up paying for this, but she'll be at the event, and so she'll let you know if she did. But let me show you. Okay, here we go. All right, so this is Monty. She's a past, well, she's actually a current client right now. But so this is her signature line. You see how she has kind regards, Monty Crosby, right? And then her name, and it says actor, film, TV. Here's all the links to her social media. And then she has a link tree. If you guys don't know what Linktree is, here's what it looks like. It's free. You can put as many links in a Linktree as you want. So she's got a bio, Instagram, IMDb Pro, Twitter, LinkedIn. She's got, you can put, so this takes you to all those things, right? She's got a link to her Linktree. She's got her email, and she tells you what market she's in. And she has her headshots that switch here, right? So she set all this up. So what you want, like when you're sending out a pitch video to someone via email, and by the way, you want to make sure that when you send out a pitch video, let me show you again Let me show you what you want it to be like. Let's see. All right. So this is a pitch video that I sent out. So, this is a pitch video I sent out. You see how when you open the email, you guys, it opens right up to where you can see the video, right? So it's more likely you want the video to be like this. I did this using Vimeo. That's how I did this pitch video. And I'll play this pitch video for you so you can see it. This is a specific pitch video for a specific show to a specific casting director. Hey, Nicole, it's Valerie Hubbard. How are you? I don't know if you know this about me, but I grew up in Wichita, Kansas. We call it Wichitity, doo-dah day. My entire family is from Kansas. My father grew up in a farm in Little River, Kansas, and my mother in Hutchinson, Kansas. And I wanted to tell you that Somebody Somewhere is my favorite TV show of all times. And congratulations on an amazing first 2 seasons. Also, I've seen Kansas in concert like 10 times. And I loved the last episode and the use of the music. And I mean, it was just beautiful. I was sobbing. And wow, I mean, congratulations. So I want to throw my hat in the ring for season 3. Congratulations on being picked up for another season. And whatever role that you might deem appropriate for me, I would love to be seen on it. I believe you cast me in Doll and M many years ago for HBO, and I'm sure you're familiar with my work. If not, again, Valerie Hubbard. And I would just love to be seen for it. It's such a strong show, and I'm really drawn right now to things that really inspire me, and so it really inspires me. Congratulations again. Great job, and good luck in everything that you do, and have a great summer. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. Bye. Okay. So that's a typical pitch video for something specific, right? And that was sent via Vimeo. So it pops up when you do. And then below the video, if you feel like they're not going to watch your video, then you might want to write like highlights. The above video is a pitch for Somebody Somewhere. Remember, you cast me in Doll and M. I wanted you to know I grew up in Kansas. I would really like to come in for the show. So that's probably what I would write below the video. I just sent that. I'm going to send another one as soon as the strike ends. And I told you it's going to end in October. They're going to the table on Monday. So I love when I'm right. So it's going to end this month, in the month of October. So we're excited about that. Maggie got elected to her position at SAG-AFTRA again. Congratulations, Maggie. Yay! We have a couple people at SAG-AFTRA. We have Maggie, and we have who's the other one that has a position? What? Who is it, Maggie? Who's the other one that has a position?
Of our group? Well, it's not Scott, right?
No,
I don't know. But
are you kidding? Scott would never do that.
No, I didn't think so. I can't put it. Are they New York or LA or where would this, because there's different
I don't
locals.
remember. I thought it was someone else. Is it Mary McGloin?
Wow, she'd be great. I don't know. I've not seen.
I don't remember. I know you, but
I'm
congratulations.
LA local, but we are the largest local in the country. So
congratulations.
it's my 3rd time. Yep.
Yay. All right. Well, we're going to get it worked out. I know. And so I'm excited about that. All right. Katerina. Hello.
Hold on. Do you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So I was just wondering, is it not considered like spam if you send out an unsolicited email? How do you actually phrase the very first contact? How do you phrase the email, or how do you, because you don't
Right.
know them and I would like to connect on a more personal
I would
level.
like to introduce myself to you so you do know me. Because think about it, Katarina, they can't do their job. Their job, casting directors, producers, and writers need an actor. If there were no actors, they wouldn't have jobs, because actors are the pieces in the chess. You know, they're all playing chess and we're the pieces. If they didn't have any pieces, there would be no chess game. So all you're doing is giving them a taste of you, because you believe in what you have, and that you know that that's why we want to look at people that are the right match for us, right? Like, you know, when I first moved to LA, I went after a sitcom in Disney because I knew that that's where I would thrive, right? I mean, I knew that I had other skill sets like in drama and serious stuff, but I knew that I could do comedy, slapstick in my sleep. So I first put myself in front of those people. I think that one of the words that, you know, like spam and all those words that we hear that we're not supposed to do this, like, oh, you're not supposed to do that, that's not the way the system works, like all of that. First of all, if every famous actor, like pretty much every famous actor, has broken the rules, the supposed rules to get to where they are, including Margot Robbie, who pitched herself to Martin Scorsese before she had done anything. But she was on a soap opera in Australia, but Martin Scorsese didn't know her from Adam. And she didn't wait for an agent to pitch herself. She pitched herself. She always was tenacious. If you read anything about it, it says that. And yet they will come back at us and tell us that we're not supposed to do that. First of all, there is no rule book. I've been looking for a rule book since I've been in business. It doesn't exist. And every actor, like Holly Hunter, Michael J. Fox, Julia Roberts, like I can go down the list of people that have reached out to build their business without, but yet somehow when it gets down to people that haven't done that yet, you guys are told, oh no, you're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to do that. And mostly the reason that the people that are telling you that are casting directors. And the reason they're telling you that is because it's their job, and they don't want their job to be affected. They want to still have their job. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Helene. Yes.
Hi.
Hi.
I have a question. I'm sorry. I know you're not supposed to multitask, and that's what I'm doing, but it has something to do with what you just said. Oh yes, the Vimeo. So I have been putting my pictures on Vimeo, but I just get the link. How do you and I have Vimeo Plus.
Okay.
So
Let me see if I can show.
Or I guess I could,
Yeah, there's a video. No, this isn't it. There is a video. Let me see if this is the way to do it. Oh yeah. Hey Nicole, it's okay. Let me see. I think I can show you.
Because I didn't know about that. I've been, using the link.
Yeah. I think Okay, let's see. I'm sorry. Give me just one
No,
second.
take your time or.
No, I'm gonna show you guys because I think it will, I gotta do this. Hold on. Log in. Let me see if this works. Okay. Okay. I think I got it. Hold on. Got it. All right. So let me show you. So I think you go here. So I have this video, right? This is a video. And I think I go GIF. If I want to do a GIF, let's see. Let's see. Hold on one second. All right, here we go. Sorry, I'm trying to do it. Okay, embed. Embed. See this thing up here that says embed? So I'm going to hit embed, right? Copy embed. And then, hold on. I think I can do it. Or maybe I do link. Share. No, I don't want to share link. I want to embed. Hold on, let me see. Okay, I'm not doing this the right way. It takes me like every time
Valerie,
yeah, go ahead.
quick question. Is she referring to how to make the GIF?
Yeah,
The
no,
GIF?
or like to put it in an email. Tell me how I do that really. Oh, I go like this.
Yeah, it's
Well,
the
I
way
mean,
that Valerie just showed us, because I've just been putting the link in, but this is cool.
No, you want to put the thing in.
Right, so that's what we're.
So what do I do? What do I do now? I go embed and then what do I go do?
what I always do is I do the GIF and I create a GIF,
Okay.
so that way that it's moving or whatever.
Yeah.
Right? And then after that, it gives you a embed into email, and then you click on that, and then you add it. You go to your email, and then you paste it. It's simple as
Okay.
that.
Okay. So I go GIF
Yeah.
and then, oh, come on, bitch. Okay, hold on. GIF. Okay, create a GIF.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I go like that, so I go, God, fuck. Okay, hold on. Sorry, I've got this thing in the create a GIF. And then I go, okay, create. That's probably the button that says create down there. And then, fuck, I'm sorry. Create a GIF. And then it's like, sorry, I can't see what this button says. Create. And then I don't know. I figured it out. There's a whole look. If you go in,
Probably a video.
like I just did what Anna told me to do. In
Okay.
both groups, Anna, Trisha, Bibilik did a video demonstrating on how you did it. All I did was go to her video and do what she told me to do.
Is that on the Actors Fast Track client?
Both.
Perfect.
In
Okay.
both. It's in
Oh,
both.
okay.
Yeah. So it's
Okay.
like that's how I did it, is I just went to I'm trying to see. Yeah, I just did create a GIF, and then, but I can't see. I can't get it to go up, so I can't see. But that's how I did it. I forget how I did it, but I did it. But she shows you how to do it.
Okay, great. No, thank you. That's because I've never seen that, and that's good.
Yeah. Yeah, you should definitely have the video in there, not a link.
Right.
You should
Okay.
have the video in there. There's a lot, like, yeah. And so Vimeo is the way to do it. I just don't know how he did it because she showed me in the video how to do it, and I forget how it was.
And if you don't mind, I just want to backtrack on the IMDb Pro, which I've been always using and getting my info. So I'm going to redo my list. I was just I went down the rabbit hole because I would pick one person and thought they were in a company with all these other actors, which I thought was cool because then you find out there's a lot of people who are they formed a production company with other actors. But after I got their company, except a couple of them had their Instagram thing, then I was kind of lost. So like you said, I should go next to trying to guess their emails by using the formula for the company.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. Thanks.
Mm-hmm. I'm still like going, copy embedded phone, but there's a way to do it. I just don't know how to, I forget because oh, embed an email. That's it. I found it. Okay. I found it. You go like this. Okay. You go, publish, and then you go embed an email. There it is, y'all. Embed an email, and then you choose your email provider.
Mhm,
And I had Gmail,
mhm.
and then and then you do copy embedded code. Okay, and then you go embed an email, right? Copy embedded code, right? Yes, copied, and then you go over here. The problem is I can't, like, somehow I did that, but I did that. Do not link, custom ER, and then here, and then, oh no, that's it. I want Gmail. And then somehow it goes here. I don't know.
Valerie,
Something.
what I do is from that point on, from that page, I
Yeah.
open the email that I'm about to send, like, because I have Apple email, right?
Yeah.
So I just open the email that I was already drafting, and I just click on paste, and then it shows up. That's what I do.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Thank you.
I'll look at it. Well, I'm sorry, what was that first step? You went quickly and I didn't.
I went at where it says publish.
Oh, publish. Okay.
I hit download and it says embed an email.
And then it just says it. Okay, and I'll go over that. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome. Yeah, Catherine.
I have a question. I think Emmy had spoken about this earlier. Do you think it's better to send the email and have a GIF where you're moving or you're, waving at them, and then there's a click to watch the actual email? Or do you think it's better, because you wouldn't want both, right? You wouldn't want the GIF and then the video of the video itself.
No, the GIF, you're making a GIF of the video, but when you click on the GIF, it gives you the whole video.
Okay, so you're not going to see, you're going to see the GIF and then you click on the GIF
And it
you
turns
see
into the video.
but you
Yeah.
don't need to have a separate box that says click here. You
No.
would just click on that video.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I was going to say, if you want, I can have Jolie Beth do a video that you could send out to show everybody, because she's really good at this, and it could show step by step. If you
Well,
like.
I mean, we did that. I mean,
you
Anna's
did.
got that. Yeah. I mean, Anna's got that, that she did that for all of us. But like, if you want to have Jolie Beth do it, we can show it at the GameChanger, because I'm sure that, people always ask me this question.
Or is Anna's, is there an easy way for us to be able to find where Anna's is?
Yeah, it's on both I Love Actors and the face and the client page.
So we just put her name in, it'll pop up.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yeah, and so then I go, oh yeah, so I go to, that's how I sent that one, y'all, is I just went to that thing and I had that up here. I was watching Anna's thing and then I was doing it as Anna was talking me through it, because Anna did one for us all. Okay. All right. Okay, someone asked about what a CRM was. That's a customer relation management software. The software is, there's a bunch of them that are good for us, so why do we need CRMs? So CRMs cover a lot of things. Every company has a CRM. Actors Fast Track has 2 CRMs. So why do we use CRMs? We use CRMs for marketing sequencing. So to send out marketing emails, reminders to clients about their calls, all that sort of thing. My personal opinion is you don't need a CRM for that, because a lot of times when you're using a CRM to send out emails, it goes to people's spam. So if you can avoid sending it via a CRM, it's probably for you guys a better idea not to send out your emails from a CRM. Why you need a CRM is you need a CRM for 3 reasons. 1, to organize your names, your customer list. So as you know, Violetta said she had like 1,000 names in her database, right? So a way to organize them so you can easily find them, a way to keep their information. You want as much information you can about them, their address, their email address, their phone number, their social media, any information you have on them. And then also you want to be able to keep notes about every time you interact with them. You know, if you send something to them, if you get something from them, an audition, that sort of thing, you want to keep track of that. And then finally, you want to be able to set reminders for yourself. You know, reminders for yourself to when you need to reach out to them again. So keeping their information, writing down all your interactions with them, and setting reminders for yourself to get back in touch with them. So I think it's called Track. What is the one Emmy in Apple that Apple uses? Track. The CRM that a lot of people use. Something Track.
I haven't used a CRM yet,
Okay.
because it's all Greek to me so far.
Okay. Less annoying. There's one called Less Annoying CRM. It's $14 a month. It's really good for what I'm talking about, because it gives you plenty of room to make notes. You can create groups. So you have casting directors, producers, and writers. You can keep notes, and you can set up tasks for yourself. So reminders for yourself, and you can connect it to your calendar. So it can put on your calendar, oh, you know, on October 8th, I'm going to reach out to this casting director. Okay. And that's, I think it's a really, really good one. There's also one that's called something Track, which I can't remember, which is good. We use HubSpot we have a HubSpot where we've collected all the information for casting directors, producers, and writers that we've collected as a group in the last 12 years. We use HubSpot. Some people here just use a spreadsheet. The issue with a spreadsheet is that it can get, when you have like 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 names, it can get a little messy to keep track of. So that's why I recommend a CRM eventually. Like when you're first starting, you know, you can keep a notebook. You can keep a Excel spreadsheet. You can keep just a list. The other thing is, like, you do want to have a list of all the people that you have connections with, because when you sign with a good agent, they're going to ask you for that list. They should ask you for that list. And if they don't, you should volunteer it. Because nothing's more embarrassed than when an agent picks up the phone to pitch you to someone, which not very many of them do these days. But when they do, if they're a good agent, they should be pitching you. When they pick up the phone to pitch you, and the casting director says, yeah, I know Valerie, right? That happened to me because I gave a list to my agent. I've been with my current agent for about 15 years. I gave them a list. Some young girl didn't follow the list. She called and pitched me to a major casting director. And it was embarrassing because the casting director was like, Yeah, we know Valerie. We've cast her in like 7 things. Hello. Right. And so that's kind of embarrassing for the agent. What is YAM, Kaz?
That is what you were talking about before. It's not like HubSpot. It's just, and I see your point. It won't work if you've got thousands of contacts. It's yet another mail merge. It's just an email batching service.
Oh.
Yeah, and it keeps track of opens and whether or not you do follow up with that person and whatnot. But I was thinking of making a Google Docs, Google sheet with my list of contacts on there and then a separate page for each contact. But you're right, once I get into thousands, it just isn't going to work. I'm going to have too many pages. So yeah, HubSpot.
HubSpot. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, some of these CRMs, you guys are really expensive, and and it really just depends on what you need, right? For each one. Okay, great. Maggie. Yes, Maggie.
I was just gonna say, I am not the wizard that Violetta and some of you are, and Catherine, good God, at getting emails. So I used Fiverr, and I it's kind of like telling AI what you want, like I say, I want LA locals who are casting directors, writers, producers. And sometimes I'll even send them, I don't know if this is bad or not, but production weekly. And I go look through these, find the LA location, TV shows or movies. I want the emails for the producers there. I want the casting. So, it gives them something that it's just so time consuming for me. And I just don't.
Oh, so you use Fiverr, you use a person on Fiverr.
I do.
Okay, that's great. Look, Catherine has an assistant that she uses. There's a lot of people out there, you guys, that you can hire to sweep LinkedIn, to sweep production list, to sweep production weekly, to make your list, to organize your CRM. And they don't charge a lot of money. You can get people that are pretty cheap to do this stuff for you. And I agree with you, Maggie. I never in my life did a reel or a resume, because to me, my time is worth more. Literally, the only resume I ever tried to do, lining up the lines, I fucking threw out my computer out the window. It was like back in the day, it was typewriter, right? I would rather pay someone to do that shit for me than, I'm more suited to do stuff, because like all of us need to know what our hourly rate is. This is really important, because if you're spending all day trying to figure out how to put a video, I mean, in a thing, like in an email or something, or line up lines on a resume, or organize a CRM, or get a bunch of email addresses, when you can pay someone in the Philippines $10 an hour or less to do it for you, why would you not do that? That way you can be going out and doing a drop off to an audience, or going to a networking event, or walking a red carpet and spending time doing something that you can only do, which makes sense to me. Yeah. That's my opinion. Thanks for saying that. Yeah, Emmy.
Just to confirm, when you were talking about Apple CRMs and whatnot, you're not talking about an email tracker, right? To see if they open the email. No, that's completely different.
There's one that one of my was a CRM that Apple puts out.
I don't know about that one, but for email tracker, because I use Apple, email tracker that is good for Apple, I use Mail Butler. And it tells me when people have opened my emails, and when, how many times, and if they have clicked on my links.
Okay,
and how many
great. So
times and
that's
stuff like that.
and that's something different that Emmy is talking about. He's talking about tracking his emails that he sends out to make sure that they're getting opened. And I think that's fine. I have to say that in the UK, for you guys that are here from the UK, that's an issue because the trackers are really what happens is they make the email go to spam. A lot of times trackers will make your email go to spam. And a tracker is really for your own state of mind, right? Remember, like back in the olden days, when before email, before digital, we would put our headshots in a manila envelope and mail it out, and we never knew whether they were getting them or not. And we still were able to get work and do the things that I'm talking about by doing that without knowing whether they were getting them or not. In fact, I have a very good story about that. I used to send out funny postcards every month to all of my customers. You know, like crazy things. Like I would take a really beautiful, like bikini clad body and put my face on top of it and say, have a great summer. And I had a beach ball in my hand, right? And so there was a director that I had done a movie with, a pretty big director. And he did another movie and he didn't call me in for it. So I got into my head that he didn't like me anymore, or I hadn't done a good job in the movie that I had done for him. And he didn't want to use me again as an actor. Don't tell me y'all don't think that way sometimes, right? So I decided that I wasn't going to send him any more postcards because he wasn't going to cast me again anyway. So I stopped sending him these funny postcards. And then a few months later, I went out to eat in New York and I go into this restaurant and the director and his wife walk into the restaurant and he sees me and he goes, Valerie Hubbard, why did you stop sending me those postcards? Because I loved those postcards. Why did you stop sending me them? I'm like, ugh. Right. And so we always, I just want to tell you that story because how many of us have talked ourselves out of doing something? We've made up this thing in our head that they don't like what we're doing. It's so stupid. And so, you know, someone said to me, stay out of your mind. It's a bad neighborhood. I agree with that. So anyway, just shared that little story with you. So the tracking can give you a peace of mind to know. And I know for a lot of like Emmy uses them, Violetta uses them, and it does make a difference because like you can see when people are opening your emails and it's like, well, at least they're looking at them, right? And that gives me a little peace of mind. And also if you're sending someone an email all the time and no one's opening it, maybe you have the wrong email address, or maybe you should try a different way of getting to that person. That's the other thing a tracker can help you with. Okay. All right. So for you, yes. Yeah, Maggie.
I just want to let you know I'm going to go because I have Scott at 11 o'clock. So that's great. The other thing is I don't do the trackers either, but I've worked it out with my Fiverr guy that if anybody responds to my emails, he's going to let me know because I don't get Google. I was raised on Apple, if you will, not that I'm young, but so that's another way to go. And maybe that would help with that, everything going into spam because it's got a tracker on it. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I just think that's, email marketing has really taken a hit the last few years because of all these, things that they put on that, so that's what's happened, right? It's much more the case in the UK than it is in America, but America's going that way as well. Because like I had a bunch of actors trying to get agents in the UK, and they put trackers on them and they were sending stuff out. And then when they did their follow-up phone calls to set up a meeting, no one had gotten their email. And it was obviously that it had all gone to the spam. So great. Okay. So thank you. Tell Scott hi. I just want to quickly go over everything we talked about this week so we're really clear. I'm going to take an opportunity to look at some more pitch videos. You're going to go ahead, and if you haven't put together your 1-minute general pitch and shoot a video of it and post it in the group, please do, because that's the main thing. If you are working on your brand and you want a little help with that, fill out the Build Your Brand document that we gave to all of you guys, and write those sentences out. You know, the sentence of I'm a adjective gender who will do this to you, or will make you feel that way. Post some of those sentences in the group so you can get your brand down. You don't need to sort of go back and do your dream. We are going to do your dream again at the GameChanger. So that's going to be the first day the whole first day is basically what is really what we've been doing for this whole challenge, but we're going to be working on your brand a lot. We're going to be throwing you into breakout rooms to work with other people's. We're going to play the adjective game, which is always a real big hit at my event, where people lob adjectives at you, that sort of thing. So we'll be doing that. You'll be working on your sentence then. So bring that book with you if you're joining us for the GameChanger, because we will be expanding on that even more as we go along through the 3 days. The first day is going to be completely brand and pitch. Day 1, next Friday, October 6th. Day 2 is going to be looking for work. How do I look for work? That's going to be day 2. And day 3 is going to be you pitching yourself and committing to a plan that you're going to take upon leaving the event. So that's like, you know, there's going to be a lot of little things within it because it's 3 full days, but that's sort of the overview of the 3 days. We are going to be sending out the dashboard. There's a dashboard for the event, which is where you'll get all your information for the event, the workbook for the event. That's how you'll be able to enter the event. It's going to be a dashboard. I can probably actually give you the dashboard right now because I think it's ready. Let me see. I'll give it to you so you guys can have it. Yeah, let me give it to you. That's right here. We got the link here. Dun, 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 dun. Let me show you what that's going to look like. There's go. All right. All right, here we go. Okay, here's the dashboard for you guys, and we'll send it out. I think we send it out on Monday. So you guys will have it a little ahead of time. So you can have the dashboard, you can see what it looks like, and there it is. And then I will show it to you so you can see what it looks like. This is the dashboard for the event. It looks like this. You'll be able to enter the main stage. There's going to be the workbook that you can have. If you guys are interested in our t-shirts that we talk about, you can get them there. And then there's all kinds of information about the event, how to prepare for it, you know, if you need to update, and the schedule for the event is right on there. Okay. And there's everything that you'll need for the event. So that's what it'll go out this week. And so you can have it and know how to get on it and all of that stuff for you guys that are joining us for the 3-day event. We're excited about it. All right. Is there any other questions? Nope. We all good?
I was going to say, have a good time at the theater tonight. The skies.
Well, thank you. I'm going to see that Swing State.
Yeah. Yeah, you mentioned it.
Yeah, it looks good from the Goodman.
Yeah. Yeah.
At Cherry Lane. I haven't seen a play at Cherry Lane in a
Oh my
long
God, I love
time.
Cherry Lane. So cool.
I know. So I'm going to go see that tonight, go see a play, and then I've been confirming all morning all of our panels. We have an amazing panel on next Saturday, you guys. Natasha Henstridge, which is hilarious because when Natasha Henstridge was she was like a pretty big movie star. She hit very early on in her acting career, but she had this movie called Species. Some of you guys probably saw it, Species 1, 2, and 3. And it was in the movie, there's a scene where she rips out the spine because she's this alien. She rips out someone's spine out of their back. And so for a hot minute, we had the same agent. And one day I got in the elevator and it was just her and me, which I'm going to tell her the story. And I backed my way all up to the back of the elevator because she freaked me out. So now it's like full circle. She's going to be a panelist on our panel on Saturday. We have a really good panel. We have Mara's going to talk to us about LinkedIn. It's exciting. And Sunday, the producers lunch is really great. We, for you guys that know the show Heartland, which is in Canada, we have the producer and creator from that show that's joining us for the producers lunch. It's going to be a great event. We have a lot of really cool guests and things happening. So I'm going to be spending tomorrow confirming all the customers that you're going to be pitching to on Sunday. And just so you know, y'all know Regina Perrone. Regina Perrone is going to be the point person at the event. If you need anything, we're going to have a really good staff on hand. Scott, Jordan Gelber, Regina Perrone, Sarah's going to be there. So we'll have a really, really, really good staff to help you all out when we're at the event. I'm really excited, just getting all ready for that. So I hope to see you guys all next weekend, but I'll see you for the rest of the week on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday for the challenge. And yeah, and have a good rest of the weekend, everyone. All right, I'll see you all.
You too, Valerie.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Bye-bye, Valerie.
safe
Thank you
tonight.
so
Have
much for
fun.
everything. Bye.
Everybody.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Be safe, everybody.